My name's Sal Valentinetti. I'm from Long Island, New York, and I came here to sing today.
With a big personality and a bigger voice, it's Sal Valentinetti.
Minutes ago, a shocking turn of events unfolded for Sal Valentinetti, the charismatic star from America's Got Talent, who captured hearts with his powerful voice and larger-than-life personality. Once a humble pizza delivery man, he skyrocketed to fame after Heidi Klum hit the golden buzzer for him, an act that thrust him into the limelight and swelled his legion of fans. But now, a terrible fate has struck him just when he seemed to have it all. Tune in and discover the tragic downfall that cast a dark shadow over Sal's shining career. Sal Valentinetti's unlikely journey. Sal Valentinetti started out as a regular pizza delivery guy, but his life changed completely when he decided to share his singing talent on America's Got Talent. With a lively personality and a powerful voice, he quickly caught the attention of everyone watching. Fans all over began calling him Sal the Voice. During the 2016 season of the show, he made a big impression, especially on Judge Heidi Klum, who was so amazed by his performance that she hit the golden buzzer, sending him straight to the next round. Although he didn't end up winning the competition, he still became well known and started getting more and more fans. As Sal walked off the stage, his heart racing from the applause, he was unaware that among the audience was a producer who saw not just a singer, but a future star. This chance encounter was about to change his life forever. His story starts in Long Beach, New York, where he was born on August 26, 1995, to his parents Maria and Steve Valentinetti. He grew up in Bethpage, a small town in New York, where he made close connections with people in his community. He is about 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs around 147 pounds. He finished high school there before moving on to St. John's University, where he studied communication arts. His love for music came from his grandmother, who was a big fan of famous singers like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Tony Bennett. Listening to these artists as a child had a huge impact on him and made him want to follow in their footsteps. He didn't always know he had a gift for singing. It wasn't until he was 15 years old that he found out he could really sing. He started singing Frank Sinatra songs at local events in New York. At first, it was just something he did while he was a student at Holy Trinity High School in Hicksville, and later when he was attending St. John's University. During these years, he worked part-time delivering pizzas for his cousin's business back in Bethpage. It wasn't exactly a glamorous job, but it gave him time to think about what he really wanted to do with his life. Despite being known as just the pizza guy, he believed that his future held something much bigger. He showed up at the auditions full of confidence, choosing Frank Sinatra's My Way as his song. As soon as he started singing, the judges were hooked. His voice was powerful and emotional, and Heidi Klum was so impressed that she pressed the golden buzzer, which sent him straight to the quarterfinals. This was a huge deal, and it proved to him that he was on the right path. In the quarterfinals, he took a risk and sang a jazz version of One Direction's song, Story of My Life. It was a bold move, and not everyone loved it. Some judges thought it was a unique twist, while others felt it didn't fit his style. But thanks to his strong fan base, he still made it to the semifinals. There, he went back to his comfort zone and sang That's Life by Frank Sinatra, which got him into the finals. People really appreciated that he was staying true to his roots. In the finals, he delivered 2 standout performances. He sang Bobby Darin's Mac the Knife and then performed December 1963, Oh What a Night, alongside the Jersey Boys. He ended up finishing in 5th place, but his time on the show made a lasting impression. His journey showed everyone how passionate he was about music and how hard he was willing to work. But his biggest takeaway wasn't about the results, it was about taking every opportunity to showcase his talent. As one chapter ended, a new one began, full of new challenges and chances. The Crooner's Comeback. After his time on America's Got Talent, his life changed a lot. He started performing at different events and venues, building a steady fan base. In 2019, he got a second shot when he was invited to compete in America's Got Talent, The Champions. This time, he went with a song he knew well, Mac the Knife. Unfortunately, he didn't make it very far in the competition. But it wasn't the end for him. Fans still loved seeing him on stage again, and his appearance brought back great memories from his original season. Around this time, people noticed he had lost about 50 pounds since his first run in 2016. Some fans were worried that he might be unwell, but he made sure to let them know that it was all part of his personal health journey. Through all of these ups and downs, he learned some important lessons. He understood that success doesn't always come easy and setbacks are just part of the journey. For him, it's about making the most of every chance you get. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, he often tells people, because you never know what might happen. Even though he didn't win the grand prize, he won something just as important: experience, confidence, and a place in the hearts of many fans. But missing the top spot wasn't his toughest challenge. It was staying true to himself and keeping his style even when others tried to change him. Today, he continues to perform as a modern-day crooner, mixing the old-school charm of Sinatra and Dean Martin with his own personality. He's made a name for himself by sticking to what he loves, singing the songs that made him fall in love with music in the first place. His journey is proof that you don't have to win first place to succeed. Sometimes just showing up, giving your best, and being true to who you are can take you a long way. It's not just about talent, it's about heart, resilience, and the courage to keep going no matter what. Even when the spotlight dims, the real stars are the ones who keep shining. And he has shown he's more than capable of doing just that, one performance at a time. He shared his weight loss journey as a very personal choice focused on improving his health. At just 20 years old, he weighed 315 pounds and struggled with early diabetes and high blood pressure that sometimes went above 145. His health was getting worse, and he knew it was time to take action. Determined to turn his life around, he made some tough decisions, like giving up his favorite foods, cannolis, pasta, and pizza, for a full 4 months. For someone who loves Italian cuisine as much as he does, this was a major sacrifice. But his commitment paid off, and he came out not just lighter, but more energized and in control. When he first stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage, his large personality, as well as his physical presence, grabbed everyone's attention. By the time he returned, he had already lost 50 pounds. While there was physically less of him, his joy and energy seemed bigger than ever. Naturally, people started asking how he did it. He was very open about his path to weight loss, emphasizing that his diet was a huge part of it. He followed a strict meal plan, allowing himself only rare cheat days. It was especially hard because he worked at his cousin's pizza shop, a place filled with temptation every day. Yet he stayed on track, motivated by a dream of someday hosting his own show where he could entertain people with his music and personality. At one of his more recent performances, Sal looked even thinner, but his powerful voice and charming sense of humor were still the same. He gave a memorable jazz performance of One Direction's Story of My Life, which the audience loved. It was clear that his hard work wasn't just showing up in his appearance, it was boosting his career too. By 2024, reports estimated that his net worth had jumped to $5 million. The majority of his earnings came from his music, like his EPs, albums, and concert ticket sales. It was clear his efforts were paying off, not just in health, but also in success. His transformation became more than just a weight loss story. It was about his persistence and dedication to achieving his goals. His fame brought unexpected joy into his personal life, too. A spotlight on private joys. His personal life was also blossoming. Even though he usually kept his private life out of the spotlight, in December 2021, he shared some big news. He got engaged to his girlfriend Gianna in a happy celebration surrounded by friends and family. They received a wave of love and support from both people they knew and their fans online. Many fans were surprised by this news because up until then, there had been plenty of buzz about a possible romantic connection between him and Heidi Klum, his co-star on America's Got Talent. Their on-stage chemistry and lighthearted interactions made some people wonder if there was something more between them. So when he announced his engagement to Gianna, it caught many by surprise. One incident that fueled the buzz happened during a performance when Heidi took an unexpected fall on stage. She handled it professionally, continuing to sing as if nothing had happened. The audience, however, couldn't help but wonder, was it a real accident or was it planned for the show? Despite the chatter, he and Heidi both laughed it off and expressed how much they enjoyed working together. It became one of those moments that only added to his reputation for staying calm and upbeat even when surprises popped up. Even though he loved performing with Heidi, his dream duet partner was someone else entirely, Lady Gaga. He admired her for her incredible voice and her bold style, both in music and performance. Singing alongside her would be a dream come true. But while aiming high for his musical dreams, he also kept a level head about relationships. He often shared thoughts on how to keep them strong, saying it's important to keep things fun and exciting, a lesson he learned from his grandmother, Tina. But this wasn't the toughest challenge he faced. Even as a child, his life wasn't easy, and his love for music came from a bittersweet place. His grandmother, Tina, was the one who introduced him to music when he was only 2, playing Frank Sinatra records for him. She sparked a passion in him that grew stronger every year. But when he was just 11, she passed away and he was heartbroken. Her influence, though, stayed with him, guiding him through the highs and lows of his life and career. He often mentioned her as a huge source of inspiration and saw every stage he sang on as a way to honor her memory. His big break on America's Got Talent changed everything. The exposure and recognition opened up opportunities he never imagined. He started traveling and performing for audiences around the world. One highlight of his post-show career was opening for Jay Leno in Las Vegas, a prestigious gig that really marked his rise in the entertainment world. He continued releasing music, including a holiday album that became a seasonal hit. But no matter where his career took him, he never forgot where he came from. He remained deeply connected to his hometown of Bethpage, where people celebrated him not just as a star, but as one of their own. It's easy for fame to make someone lose sight of their roots, but his grounded nature and appreciation for his hometown kept him humble. Sudden fame can be overwhelming, and handling all the attention while trying to keep a personal life intact is a tough balancing act. He managed to stay centered thanks largely to the unwavering support of his fiancée, who kept him focused on what truly mattered. At only 21, his world had already become a whirlwind of travel, performances, and media appearances. But his priorities were clear: family, health, and staying true to his passion for music. His journey on stage and off inspired countless others who were either struggling with their own health or pursuing dreams in the music industry. For his hometown of Bethpage, he wasn't just a singer. They saw him as a symbol of hard work, dedication, and the power of believing in yourself. His career kept growing, bringing him closer to his dreams, from Sinatra to stardom. And that wasn't the end of his story. As he continued to grow his career, he always made time to give back to his community and stayed grateful for the support he had from the very beginning. He embraced both the ups and downs of his career, knowing that each step brought him closer to the dreams he'd held since he was that little boy listening to Sinatra records with his grandmother. Now his success was more than just about music. It was about honoring his roots, maintaining his health, and most importantly, being true to himself. People from Long Island don't just remember him, they see him as a hometown star. After being on America's Got Talent, he quickly got a 3-night spot at the Paramount in Huntington, starting on a Thursday, December 15th. To everyone's surprise, the first night sold out in just 12 hours. This was not only a big win for him, it even shocked the theater. Adam Ellis, the theater's marketing director, shared how thrilled and amazed they were by the quick response. It was an achievement that no one, not even he, saw coming. It's clear that there are many local fans excited to see him live after watching him on TV. Adam mentioned that the Paramount loves to support Long Island artists, and if fans keep showing up like this, he could easily become a regular performer there. For him, being on America's Got Talent was a huge step in his career. Before that, he was singing in small restaurants, performing for people enjoying meals like clam casino and chicken parmesan. Now he's headlining 3 sold-out nights at a theater with over 1,500 seats. He's even hosting meet and greet sessions before his shows for $30 per person, letting fans get up close and personal. These sessions aren't just for photos. He loves connecting with his fans and feels that these moments are important to build strong relationships. Plus, he's very active on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, where he talks with his followers. Right now, he has over 9,000 followers on Instagram, 33,000 on Twitter, and more than 125,000 on Facebook. He also runs a YouTube channel with over 6,000 subscribers, sharing clips from his shows and behind-the-scenes moments. For him, it's not just about the stage, it's about making people feel like they are part of his story. After America's Got Talent, Sal's career truly took off. He's performed at big places like Madison Square Garden and draws crowds everywhere he goes. His shows often sell out, showing that his appeal reaches beyond just his hometown. He's dedicated to his craft and his fans, and it's clear in everything he does. But the most surprising part? Even with all the success, he remains humble. He's a reminder that hard work and being yourself can really make dreams come true. But he didn't do it all alone. After the TV show, he and his manager, Tommy Transpernicero, got busy planning his shows at the Paramount. They brought in a 7-piece band called Black Tie Brass and dancers from Seaford Dance Center to add even more excitement to his 90-minute performance. It's not just about the music. The show includes humor, personal stories, a mix of Christmas songs, and classic Rat Pack hits. The stage is also set up with a special V-shaped layout and a huge 20-foot video screen that shows clips from America's Got Talent and other classic shows. This setup makes for an amazing experience that shows off his many talents. But this wasn't his first taste of the spotlight. His journey began in June of 2016 when he first appeared on America's Got Talent. His performance of My Way wowed both the audience and the judges. Heidi Klum loved it so much that she sent him straight to the next round. Throughout the competition, he stood out by giving modern songs a swing feel. He turned One Direction's Story of My Life into something that felt like a timeless classic. This unique style caught everyone's attention, and Heidi kept pushing him to stick to his distinctive sound. With every song, he built a legacy of connection and inspiration. Finding his last voice. As the show went on, he kept surprising people. He sang more classics like Sinatra's That's Life and other favorites. Even though he knew Grace VanderWaal was a tough competitor, he was happy with his performances and picked songs that meant a lot to him, like Mac the Knife. His journey on America's Got Talent didn't end with a win, but his final performances showed his talent and his ability to deeply connect with the audience. After the show, he didn't slow down. He went on a tour across the United States, singing at different events and sharing the stage with well-known comedians, proving he's an entertaining performer in every way. But this wasn't the only big moment. One of the highlights was his duet with Heidi Klum during NBC's America's Got Talent Christmas special. This performance showed that the connections he made on the show lasted long after the competition was over. He often looks back at how far he's come and is amazed at how quickly his dreams turned into reality. Along the way, he got advice from famous people like Simon Cowell, who told him to always stay true to himself. He took this to heart and makes sure to always be genuine in his career. Even with all these achievements, he hasn't forgotten where he came from. He still stays connected to his roots and his community. He's working on new projects, including album ideas with record executive Ron Alexenberg. He even listens to song suggestions from local spots, keeping a bit of his past alive. After all, he once started as a pizza delivery guy who loved to sing for people. This connection to his early days keeps him grounded, reminding him of where his journey began. In 2018, he released a holiday album called Christmas Presents, which featured an original song titled When Christmas Comes to Town. The album was a mix of traditional holiday songs and some new ones, showing how versatile he is as a singer. His story shows what passion and hard work can achieve. Each new step in his career makes him stand out even more. He's not just focused on fame, he wants to build something that lasts, bringing joy through his music. But the most amazing part? It's not just about the big moments, it's about the real connections he makes with his fans and the memories he creates along the way. Looking at his journey, it's clear that his success isn't just about sold-out shows or big venues. It's about the people who have supported him from the beginning. Through it all, he stays grounded, valuing his family, fiancé, and the community that believed in him from day one. Every new milestone, every new show, every new fan interaction reminds him of how far he's come and how much more there is still to achieve. But even with all this success, he knows his story isn't finished. There are still new songs to sing, new fans to meet, and new memories to create. He's excited for what's ahead and ready to keep moving forward. For him, the future is full of possibilities, and each new chapter is another chance to connect, inspire, and share his love for music with the world. And as long as there are people who want to listen, he will keep singing his heart out, staying true to the performer who started in small restaurants and made it to the big stage. What do you think truly defines an artist's success? Share your thoughts, leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more discussions like this.